Hello, hi everyone. I just decided to hop on and make a video after listening to Magenta Pixie's latest video. I've talked about her before on other channels a while ago. And she was with Laura Eisenhower, who is also someone I've been following for a couple of years now, who talks about Sophia Gaia, Christ consciousness, and this massive shift that we're in right now. I felt this call because as someone who's been following this information for many years and I guess awakened to a lot of the darker aspects or shadow aspects of what we call the deep state cabal control systems and things like that. Now it's becoming like it's huge, it's exploding. I was with the David Wilcock group on the Mystery School, which I've decided to continue because I did the first part, and I just feel I feel good about connecting with others that are connecting with this information, and because sometimes, as we know, it could be a lonely place when you feel like the majority of people are asleep or not fully awakened to what is behind the veil. The lifting of the veils is what the apocalypse means, and I guess we're fully in it now. The beginning was actually 2012, which is the end of this cycle, and other stuff that I've talked about, the Mayan time, space reality, and stuff like that. So I am working on something right now to put online where I'm combining all of this information that I've been, downloading through my own personal experiences, and also with the information that connecting the dots in a way. Some of you might have seen last time I posted Out of Shadows, and it's just like we're seeing a culmination of so many things right now coming together and being revealed in great times of revelation, and there's really nothing to fear. There is a lot of fear out there. I was out in the city today, and I was at the park and just taking a walk and just being around people because I'm out in nature here, and it's pretty quiet. And I decided that I just wanted to go kind of feel things out and be a witness to what's happening in another environment. So I went for a walk, and at some point the cops passed by and were announcing that anybody who is meeting anybody that is not in their family with the same address could have a fine to $1,000 to $6,000. And I was like, wow, this is so surreal. And then people walking by with masks, and it's like, wow, this is fascinating, that we're living this right now. And I know for a lot of people, it's a big challenge, especially for people who didn't see this coming, or who are feeling like this is all happening to them. Like, oh my God, all of a sudden, like their reality is not what they thought it was. And, it's bringing up a lot of stuff, a lot of fear, a lot of things, but we're in a great purge right now as individual units of the whole, and also as a collective. So some of us kind of knew on some level that this was all taking place. Even from a young child, I knew that there's something beyond this reality. There's something wrong with this place. There's something. And I think that we're called like indigos, or like people who, because of the aura and also the way we see things, which Magenta Pixie, has been talking about for, I think, 15 years now. And she has a couple of books on that stuff, and I've read all that. And, sometimes I'd go into these, and then other times I was so uncomfortable, and I went through this process of, oh my God, I can't believe this is actually happening. And I had to tell people, but around me, there really wasn't that many people except online, thankfully, these communities and people. And I'm part of that right now. And thank God, because, like I said, it wasn't in my family, it wasn't in my marriage, it wasn't with people around me very much. So I'm super grateful to have access to these, these contacts, these people that, and I've had my own experiences also with out of body, healing my body, and even seeing certain things that seem very unusual throughout my life. And so I'm pretty open to this massive shift taking place because I came for this and I know that. And thank God I know that now, and I can be with others who know that as well, and we can support each other. So whether you call it star seeds, indigos, way showers, light workers, there's different names, but we're coming together and we're claiming our sovereign divinity, which is something I've been talking about ever since I went to Hawaii, not last year, 2018, with Kaya Ra and the Sophia Code, a gang over there that I'm still friends with several people. Just claiming, what does that mean? And I'm going to go deeper into these topics in what I'm creating right now to go online. And it'll be donation-based, most probably. But I'm putting years and years of my own research and information. And as someone who is very highly intuitive, I created a group with other people in my old neighborhood. We created a transition movement, which is based on, rethinking, redesigning our systems with a holistic approach, permaculture, systems integration of the soil, the water, the animals, and the local communities, how people can share their skills and come together and all of that. And we were doing that for years with very, very hardly any money and that kind of thing. And I believe why I created this regeneration oasis after that whole experience was I realized that even if we want to create something collectively, if we haven't dealt with our own issues, if we haven't gone into our shadows, if we haven't, then we're going to be susceptible. We're going to be, in competition. We're going to think that somebody's going to take something away from us. And all these like lower frequency, lower chakra energies are going to take over the group and eventually kind of dissipate the higher vibrational way of creating, which we do as within, so without. So we have to purge ourselves. We have to cleanse. We have to detoxify. We have to, but on so many layers and so many levels, we're doing that right now. Some have been doing that for years and years, and that's what I'm going to go deeper in. I don't want to make a huge long video. I think a lot of people, first of all, maybe you're just finding this right now. You don't know who I am. I don't even know if I said my name, but my name, I use Sonia Sunheart, is my spiritual name because I kept my name Sonia that I was given at birth, but Sunheart is when I had this massive, massive heart explosion of light come into me through a breathwork session, and also through experiencing love, self-love. Yet at that time, I was projecting this love out onto somebody else, thinking that this love was like this, and it was a beautiful love. But I realized that it's actually when you are going deeper into the love frequency, and that is from within, and then it gets reflected without. And often we can project that onto someone and think that that someone is that true love, when in fact the true love is the true love of you and your higher self merging. So all of this information is, I've been asking to get clarity on what I've called before, what a lot of people know as a twin flame relationship or soulmate relationship or even karmic relationships. What are these? What's the difference between karma and all of this? So I've been studying all of this, and sorry, my rabbit is like going crazy. It's springtime, so she's scratching away over there. I just wanted to share that for you. If you're new to my channel, I've been thankfully getting over a big fear of public speaking and speaking in front of a camera and things like that, through the push to kind of express some of these topics that I think are very important for us to be aware of, because there is an agenda and there is there are control systems. Some of you might have seen the movie Thrive way back in, I think it was 2011 or 12 or something. And there was Nassim Haramein in there who has the Resonance Academy, which I've also been studying a little bit. It's quantum, and he's taken over the work of Albert Einstein. So these are like big thinkers. These are scientific people that are also looking at the spiritual aspect and nature and how we fit into all that. So that's the stuff that I am, constantly focused on. It's the universal wisdom, the eternal truths that the yogis and people have left for us. With those with eyes to see and ears to hear, the truth shall be revealed in times of revelation. So all of this stuff is like now coming in, and I feel like I'm integrating this information and more and more. And as I do that, I hope to be able to kind of share more and open that up to more and more people, to kind of just to find that inner peace, to go to find the 0 point, the eye of the hurricane, where it doesn't really matter what's going on around, you're able, and all of this, a lot of us have been working on this for many years, but now it's like, okay, it's go time, it's now, it's happening now, this is it. We came in for this, these times, and I realized that my superpower is my heart. This is what I'm guided by. This is also in, I think we all need to be guided by the heart, but we have to make the heart-brain coherence, which the Heart Math Institute goes into a lot of detail with, because as the frequencies of the planet are rising, the Schumann resonance, which I'm also going to go deeper into these. I'm organizing my information to be able to have more coherence and flow. And as, because we know in the quantum, you can just take any part and kind of meld it together and it's all part, but sometimes to be able to explain things, a little bit more linear so that more people can understand. Then again, whoever maybe clicked off within the first 3 minutes and said, whoa, this lady is, is way out there, that's fine. I mean, that's the thing. We're at a place now where you speak your truth, you empower yourself, and through your own empowerment, you can empower others to speak their truth and to stand. We need that right now. And I'm going to link Magenta Pixie's last video with Laura Eisenhower, because it's really empowering for us to be here now, to be witnessing this time, this great shift. As always, I think every single one of my videos, I'm always talking about the shift, it's happening. And it's like, oh yeah, it's happening. And here we are. And so, yeah, with having said all that, I think it's really important to get some sunlight and to take all your vitamins and to eat well and all of that stuff, for sure. But I think to witness ourselves, our thoughts, to be able to calm ourselves, to use different techniques, meditations, whatever that works for you. I mean, some people it's music or art, making art. This morning I was gardening with my little girl, and that's really calming for me. And anything really, just to calm yourself and to know that this is a great big cosmic story that we're part of. And if you stay centered in your heart and you have good intentions for others, and then you're going to be fine. It's just about, remembering that, recentering many times a day if necessary, going for walks in nature if you're able to do that, and all these things that we all know. And I've been doing breath work also, and I'm going to link under below with Breath of Bliss with Christabel, which I've been training also, because the breath is our life force. And the more we connect to that, the more peaceful again, and the more like breath is life, and yeah. So if ever you're interested in more of what I'm saying or wanting to continue the journey with me here, and I'm going to share about David Wilcock's Mystery School that I'm learning. I've also done Sandra Walter's DNA Mastery crystalline upgrading that's happening right now, where our DNA is shifting because there's more light coming in. and all of these things that are scientific, spiritual, and they're not separate. We're bridging the polarities right now within ourselves, as we empower ourselves to be masculine, feminine, receptive and action oriented and things like that. And yeah, yoga, union with the divine, union with your higher self, with your God force, with your Christ consciousness. So all of these things, I think, are becoming our superpowers, are the actual weapons, are the mind and the energy fields that we are, and are claiming our sovereign divinity, as in you do not consent to anything being injected or superimposed into your organic and divine right to be here on earth as a free, breathing, living being aligned with the life force. So may the force be with you. And thanks for watching. And if you want to continue the journey, like I said, you can click subscribe and the bell. And I'm going to link my coordinates down below. You can always contact me, and I'm going to have that little mystery school thing, assistance, guides, pretty soon, probably in 4 to 6 weeks maximum. But I'm learning about the technology and all that, and thankfully I'm being assisted also by Designing Transformation, Leanne Bridges, out here nearby in Hudson, and I've been meeting online with her, and she's assisting me to create all of this as well. So I'm very grateful. The resources I need are all there for me, and I know that I'm being divinely guided and also divinely taken care of, and I hope that that peace that I feel can be transmitted to more people in these times of the Great Awakening. So thanks for listening, and see you soon. Bye.